Hello, you're listening to a We Will Fix It podcast short with Colin Thomas and myself, James Pikeaway. I'm talking about the maintenance guys who are coming to my place, who for the most part are pretty good. Anything where I don't want to have a headache, I always call you guys.
Yeah.
And which is interesting because my neighbor would go, why are you doing that? I said, well, I don't want to have a headache. And some things, because there is the maintenance company that services the villa, if I'm willing to have the headache, I will let it go. So this one, I'm sitting down at the barbecue. By the way, barbecue season is open in the UAE. So
I agree.
I'm barbecuing up a storm. And I've watered the grass because we do have some grass. So I've watered the grass and, done the job that any maintenance person would do, water the tiles and the bricks as well, cleaning some of the sand off. It's just, that's always going to the front to water a tree. And I notice there's a little pool of water. And I'm going, hold on a second. The pool of water is coming through the drainage that comes off the roof.
Oh, lovely.
That's what I said. Oh, lovely. And I'm going, oh. So I climb up on the roof and I'm thinking, all of the different things that could go wrong. First of all, the guys had fixed a pipe a little while ago, so I thought, I hope it didn't break. And but it wasn't a lot of water either. So I was a little concerned, but I wasn't so concerned because.
Well, if you imagine a little bit of water at ground level, how has it got there? Well, the only way a little bit of water on ground level can be is quite a lot of water on your roof.
Yeah. So I climb up onto the roof. And I instantly see that, oh, yes, there is a little bit of a stream coming towards the drain. And I walk around the backside of my rooftop water tank. And the backside of the rooftop water tank has, at the bottom, a drainage valve. And the drain, I know, it's a weird one.
That is a weird one.
Because the rooftop water tank on the roof next door, because there's just a little 2-foot wall, so doesn't have one of these. But mine does.
Okay.
And keep in mind, this water tank is 22 years old.
Yes.
It's not covered. It's in direct sunlight. And this drainage valve is in the direction of anything after noon is hitting that side of the tank.
Got you.
The tank is definitely degrading, the outside of the tank. And at the bottom where this little valve is, there's a crack in the tank. Just a small crack.
Okay.
But a crack nonetheless, and that's where water is starting to leak from.
Right.
So I call up the guys. First visit, they come and take a look. First of all, they show up at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm going, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I was like, we just want to take a look and see, if it's what it is. And like, you're not fixing anything at night. Like, it's not that bad of a leak. It's bad. I want it fixed, but you're not fixing it at 9 o'clock at night. But anyway, so they climb up and they take a look because, we all know the deal. They got to do the recce. I worked for the city. That was the thing. 7:30 in the morning, you start work. 5 guys in a truck. You go take a look at the job for an hour. Then you go have breakfast. Then you go get the tools. Then you go. But if you get there by 11, you're well on track, right?
Well, no, it's lunchtime then.
Yeah. So they leave. A day later, another 2 guys come.
Different guys. Of course.
And I'm going, but the other guys already came. Oh, we need to take a look. It's like, all right. So they go up, and the guy takes a look, and he comes down, and goes, yeah, it's definitely got a crack.
It's a crack.
It's like,
oh, well done, you.
It's like,
you've aced it. At least now we know.
Yeah. So I'm going, so I said, so what do you think? Well, first of all, your tank's full of water. We're going to have to take the water out. I was like, okay, yeah, I get that. And what are you thinking? And he says, I'm thinking we're going to make a larger hole, put the ceiling stuff in, put the nice ceiling in it, put another valve in. I'm going, I said, first of all, it's already a big valve. I said, second of all, it's a brittle tank. So you're going to cut where there's already a crack that's already got a weakness. I'm not so sure that, and I said, just look at the tank like this. I mean, the tank could live forever probably, but because of this crack, I said, I don't know if that's a good thing. So I suggest the bodge job.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm just thinking, look, I know that over at Ace, you can buy this putty that you mix the 2 things together. The bodge job, I know. But you can, and I said,
James, how many times have we discussed bodges?
I'm suggesting the bodge job to the maintenance guys, thinking they're going to jump on I'm saying, just even in a temporary fix, we get this kind of putty stuff, we put it on, it'll at least seal it. So we can't do that.
Oh, hallelujah.
I know. I'm thinking they're looking at me going, they're looking at me
He's being paid by the hour.
Like I'm trying
There's something going on here.
He's looking at me like I'm trying to set them up. I think he listens to the podcast.
Then maybe that's it.
He's thinking this guy's trying to set me up. He wants me to do half-ass work. And so he refuses. And I say, put some caulking around it then. Just something to abate it. No. And so he's looking there and he says, we could do this. I'm saying, really? Like I said, let's just be logical here for a second. And I'm being nice. I don't even get angry. I said, but if we cut it, what's the chance that this crack or this weakness is just going to come back or it's going to get bigger? And now you've taken all the water out and you and I both know it's going to take days to get another tank.
Yep.
Not to mention you got to get it on the roof.
Yes.
And I mean, I know how you're going to do it, and the guy goes, yeah. So then the other guys come yesterday to measure the tank because they're going to replace the tank.
Right.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. So this is good. So now they're going to replace the tank. Who knows when? Could be tomorrow. Could be the day after. Could be, I don't know.
Could be a month.
I think it'll be sooner than later.
Oh, okay. That's good. Unexpected.
But I get home last night. They're sitting out front of my house. They didn't even call. I mean, I'm going, what if I wasn't coming home from work at this hour?
You would happily sit here till midnight.
Clearly.
Okay.
Anyway, so they measured the tank, and the next step will be to replace the tank, which I'm slightly worried about. Only I'm wondering how they're going to get the tank onto the roof, if they're going to have a truck with a crane, or if they're going to hoist it up with rope.